Well, hi and hello, and welcome to episode 14 of my little author commentaries. A lot has happened since Chapter 9's video commentary. Price World has had its first birthday since being published. I've also started writing the Dr. Price third novel with a working title of Price, Dark Crater. This week I'll be taking a more in-depth look at Chapter 10, entitled Sandwich, in which Heather gets ready to fly to Dubai under the pretense of interviewing Mehat. He's the villain of the story for a national newspaper. I do hope she won't be in any danger. Shh. Excuse me, I better get that. Oh, it's a text alert from Amy. Don't forget to mention the like, subscribe and follow links so that viewers can like more of my adventures. Amy. Her adventures. You better do as she says, though. Chapter 10 is another deliberately short chapter, just to aid the flow of the overall story. As Adam informs Heather, much to her surprise, that she'll be flying to Dubai in the morning. Adam's working on a small transmitter device in the laboratory, and Mate has just returned from his secret mission in Cambridge. I'd like to share an excerpt from Chapter 10 with you now, if I may. Mehat, said Heather. I know that name. And so you should, said Adam, an ex-member of the Gulf Oil Consortium, headed by the richest people in the world, now with his own designs on ruling the oil capital of the world, and not caring too much on who he steps to achieve it. He works out of offices near Dubai, a building aptly named the Sand Castle. He deals with foreign agencies the West steer clear of, and reportedly owes a lot of money to the Chinese who have bankrolled him so far. I suspect that he's behind the previous attempts to game my fusion experiment, and I can't be sure, but I think someone high up in the British intelligence community may also be assisting me. Hence, he smiled, your little task earlier today, Heather. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. What is the Chinese involvement in all of this? You'll have to read Chapter 10 to find out. And now it's time for your feedback. Well, the adventures of Dr. Adam Price really do seem to be appealing to all ages, with their quick page-turning style. Today's feedback is from an 89-year-old lady who uses an e-reader and gets through dozens of novels. She said she was really enjoying reading it and hoped it did well. Thank you for that. The other feedback today is from a 90-year-old gentleman who'd already devoured Price World and has just finished the sequel Price Polestar, claiming it was hard to put down without turning the next page to find out what happens next. Well, that's some great feedback from my young fans out there, so thank you very much and keep the feedback coming. My TikTok presence continues to grow as I connect with other indie authors. You never know who's watching, and it might lead to new sales of the novel or inquiries for other creative medium based on my stories. You can find me on TikTok at Price World Novel. Perhaps I'll see you there. Now it's time for your questions and answers. Well, the big question from everybody seems to be, what am I working on now? I've just started writing the third instalment of the Adventures of Dr. Price with the next novel, entitled Price, Dark Crater. I don't want to give too much away, but as some of you have probably already guessed, much of the action takes place on the moon. I'm also hoping to make some sample chapters of Price World and Price Polestar available on my website, which is priceworldnovel.co.uk, and I'm exploring some suitable PDF viewer plugins for the website, so keep checking back there for updates. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with Amy and commentary on Chapter 11 of Price World. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, remember, keep writing. Bye.